So it's almost 2 o'clock when I'm recording this right now. It's the day before my flight, or rather the morning before my flight. Basically, I'm going to make this pretty quick. My longer version will be on Sonic Retro and Neo reviews. Point being is, as far as good is concerned, Sonic, the Sonic party that Puma and Sega put on was a lot of fun. That was really unexpected. Really appreciate the hospitality, and quite frankly, that was the best party I've been to since the Sonic 25th party. And I'm prefacing that because it's kind of like a teacher working a parent-teacher conference, because you gotta say something nice about the kid before you lay on the bad. And the bad would be Team Sonic Racing, unfortunately. Just to kind of bullet point list the problems off, the least of which is there's serious frame rate problems in this game. That's stuff that could potentially be optimized in the future, but it's the first thing that you'll notice. The second is that it's basically a stripped down version of Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. It's just the carts, it handles the same way, you can do the drifting, you can do the snaking, all that sort of stuff. Even the boosting is exactly the same. That's okay, except everything around it is bland. All of your items are wisps, which it's very confusing to tell which one is which. They're just little balls that are different colors, essentially. It's not like Mario Kart or even the earlier Sonic and All-Star Racing games, where it was pretty clear what each object did, or at least you had some sort of an idea. There's not here. Not any at all. I mean, I guess you can learn the wisps or whatever, but as far as just aesthetically, they're not good. In fact, most of the game is pretty bland. It's a decent enough Mario Kart clone, but it doesn't really do things different in a good way like Transformed did. Transformed was incredible, and that's what I was hoping when I heard that there was a new Sonic Racing game coming out, and unfortunately it's just not. The whole reason it's called Team Sonic Racing is the team mechanic, and that is far and away the weakest aspect of this game. For starters, like it says, team aspect, so you have 12 people racing at once in teams of 3, so there's technically only 4 people racing, but there's 12. So the idea is that you have 2 other helpers that will give you items, and you're able to use team boosts so that you can make your car go faster, things like that. The problem is ultimately with the scoring. We have a video of this somewhere. It's in Bartman's possession. Point being, this mechanic is just, it's frustrating. To give you an example of the video that I mentioned, I came in first place. However, the AI characters came in, I believe, either 8th and 9th or 8th and 10th. Basically, far away from where I did. And because of that, my team scored significantly worse, and we technically would have lost that round and gotten less points. Now, in theory, I could see that maybe being a little cooler if you have human characters, but as a single-player game, that is not at all what I personally want, and I don't think anyone looking for a racing game wants. I know that there's rules in, like, NASCAR with teams, but if I wanted to play a NASCAR game, which even then, typically, as far as I know, doesn't factor in these sorts of team-based mechanics, I would do that. But that's not what I want out of an arcadey kart racer. I want to be on my own, and I want to win. And more often than not, I found that my partners were just as much of an issue as anyone that I was racing that was on another team or on the track. They still get in your way, they'll still pass you, and I think in some instances, some of their power-ups actually can hurt you as well. So it's very, very disappointing. Overall, not impressed. Hopefully, when it comes out, there's a lot of tweaking. The AI can adjust itself, figure itself out. Maybe we can see some more spit and polish, a little bit less bland, maybe more locations. Hopefully more characters, maybe some surprises here and there since they got rid of all the Sega characters, which is a whole different issue in and of itself. But yeah, it's not what I had hoped for, and I think it's not something a lot of people had hoped for. So first impressions, not good. Hopefully they'll turn it around, but right now, not feeling this one.